Welcome back, everyone. We are back and we are going to start breaking down the weekend's games. But before we do, I just want to send our condolences to Billy Joe Saunders. Brave effort this weekend, Bill. Done all you could, mate. It's one of them. Just suffered a freak injury. And yeah, wish you all the best in your recovery, mate. Obviously, only football fans, alumni, Billy Joe Saunders. But yeah, brave effort from the boy, and yeah, just want to send our best wishes out to him. And yeah, brave effort, son. He was unlucky. But yeah, so first things first, boys. We're going chronological order from the weekend's fixtures. First one in is myself. It seems to be me starting this every weekend. I don't know why Leeds are the first game up every week, but it's one of them. But I think it's not just going to be me who's happy with this weekend's result from Leeds. I think there's going to be quite a few of us happy here, isn't there, boys?
Yep.
So Leeds 3, Tottenham 1. Yeah, basically, first thing I want to say before getting into sort of the positive notes from Leeds United is, what the fuck is Eric Dyer all about? Genuinely, like,
he's poor.
I don't get what he is. Like, he's a poor midfielder when he plays there, and he's no better at centre half. Like, for the first goal, what is he doing? Like, you're the main centre back there. The ball's coming across your 6 yard.
Can't help but laugh.
Do you know what I mean? The ball's coming across your 6 yard box. On your strong foot, you could just swipe it out. Just get your foot across it, clear the fucker. But instead, he just leaves it. Just what you're at the front post of the 6 yard box, and you just leave it to run across the face of your goal.
Bizarre.
It's mental. Like, because if I don't know what he thinks is the best thing that's going to happen there. Because if there's a defender behind him who he thinks is going to have to deal with it, the risk of them putting it in their own net is a lot higher. Which nearly did happen anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're like central to the goal, and like it's just beyond me. It was almost like, I don't want to deal with that. I'll leave it to someone else. Just hope for the best. Like, it's shocking how that geezer has 45 England caps is fucking beyond me.
Wow, is that how many he's
45 England caps, and you've had defenders through the years. People like Steve Bruce, who was a phenomenal defender in his day, with one England cap or none even. I don't even know what he got. But do you know what I mean?
He's quality.
It's horrendous. It just mind boggles, mate.
I think he's synonymous of like the modern day defender. Like in previous weeks, Greg was talking about it, like how modern defenders don't want to defend like previous defenders do. And I think part of the reason is you look at a lot of the centre backs or defenders these days. A lot of them are probably failed midfielders.
Yeah.
In their younger years, and they haven't got that, like what we said about up front, Cavani having that killer instinct up front. It's just natural to him. There's a lot of defenders who don't have that natural instinct of like, can't take a risk here. I'm the last line of defence. There's no one mopping up behind me. I am the last. They haven't got that instinct to deal with that ball. He takes a chance. Like you said, it's just why?
Mental, mate.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't get it though. How many managers are we all wrong? How you got Pochettino, Mourinho, Southgate, have all given him too much.
Yeah, I don't get it, mate.
What do they? Mourinho thinks he was a bit like he wanted him at Man United.
That's only because the fucker can speak Portuguese, though.
Yeah, he's bilingual. That's why.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but this is why I think it shows that Mourinho is so out of touch with everything. He actually thinks when he went to Tottenham, like he wanted to make Eric Dyer like one of his main players and stuck him in defence when he was a midfielder and said, "You're going to be my centre back ahead of Vertonghen, Alderweireld." I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe we're wrong, but do you know what I mean?
To be honest, mate, based on the weekend, we're not wrong.
No, I know we're not
wrong.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, like as much as they're football men and they know a lot more about football than us, we ain't wrong. Like, the guy is fucking horrendous.
He's fucking jank, mate.
Go on, Matty, before I sort of.
This isn't really specific to Eric Dyer, but what do you lot think as a collective? Do you think that you're given more pats on the back and more plaudits for being a ball playing centre back than actually concentrating on your fucking job, which is defend. Because it's all nice and you look pretty, you took it down on your chest and you passed it out of the back. But what happened to being the last line of defence, making that crucial tackle, going in with your head where other players wouldn't? I think that part of defending's not gone, but there's definitely
it's a dying art though, defending.
Yeah, it has gone because a lot of managers want their people to play like that.
Yeah,
but that's sort of fair enough if you want to go down that route. But that ain't Eric Dyer either. He's shit on the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's like he's stuck in slow motion, and he's got a shit right foot, a shit left foot. For such a big fellow, he barely wins a fucking header. I just don't know what he brings to the table. It was actually laughable. Like I was going into this.
You don't want him at Leeds, then,
mate. Geezer wouldn't even get in our fucking under 23s or reserves. He wouldn't get anywhere near it. He's pony.
Can have a scrap with fans though.
Yeah, but yeah, he wouldn't do that at Ellen Road though.
He'd get beaten up, wouldn't he?
Get sent straight back down the stairs. See you later. But yeah, it was just fucking laughable. Like I went into that game this weekend sort of a little bit like, fuck me, this could be quite hard. And within 5 or 10 minutes, I was quite confident we was going to pull their pants down. We had the likes of Aurier and Dyer on absolute toast. We clearly set out a game plan to just attack them down the right hand side, like our left, their right hand side, and we just embarrassed them. Like Jack Harrison, if I wish I'd actually made a tally of the amount of times he beat Serge Aurier, like the amount of take-ons. It's rare to sort of see wingers sort of take players on as much nowadays. He must have beat him double-figure times in that game.
He's not the slowest either, is he, Aurier? He's not
slow. Quick. But he was just left every single.
Well, yeah.
He dives in every time. Just he never like jockeys and like shepherds someone out, or he just dives in. He's so easy to beat. It was such an easy game, to be honest. Like if it wasn't for Hugo Lloris, that we get 6, maybe 7 goals on that game of the weekend. He was phenomenal. Even for that first goal, like the one where Dyer's left it and it's come across. I don't know. I think it might have been Alderweireld. I don't know, but who nearly put it in his own net. Lloris has made an unbelievable save.
Oh, Reguilon, that was.
Oh, Reguilon, yeah. He's made an unbelievable save. And then the man of the moment, Stewie Dallas, just smashes it in from close range.
Some couple of weeks, isn't he? That
mate, 8 goals now. 8 goals. He's played 6 different positions this season.
He's a second best utility man I've ever seen play in the Prem, just behind Johnny O'Shea. But he was he's good.
I didn't watch the game live, but did you see? Well, Tel will have noticed this. Did you see the highlights of Leeds' third goal on Match of the Day, where they circled where Aurier was when the goal?
Yes.
Went? Yeah. That is bad. I would have subbed him.
Yeah.
If I was Ryan Mason and I could have seen that. Well, he must have seen it because it was right in front of him on the line. I'd have took him off. How are you virtually in their half and you're a right back when they've just scored?
But the problem they had is they had that, and then like Bale was actually off at that time, but they had Bale right mid as well, who's just letting Alioski just bomb up and down without tracking him all day long. Like it was so comfortable. Like Tottenham equalised through like Son, good finish and that. It was people were raving about Dele Alli's through ball and that. It was lucky as fuck. Like
it hit your defender's leg.
Yeah, he's ricocheted about 5 fucking times in order to get to Son, and they go, "Oh, well, he's back, Dele Alli."
It's only because he's going for a nutmeg as well.
Yeah, like just
nutmegging people.
Just because he's channeling his inner Rufus Brevitt with his new Barnet, it don't make him any better. Like
he's Rude Hullet.
Not having him. But yeah, it's one of them. Like you can moan about they like Ryan Mason's clinging on to the whole offside decision with the VAR thing. Yeah, it isn't offside. It's one of them. But how many times has that happened? Like, and the fact of the matter is, and Alan Shearer hit the nail on the head afterwards. He's like, I don't know why he's talking about that. Leeds were the better team. And Glenn Hoddle said the same. He said Leeds were by far better. Like, don't cling on to that because we'd have won regardless. Like it was like men against boys, really. The game. Again, Dyer at fault again for our second goal. Patrick Bamford has some good movement in the box. Like he's never stationary. Bamford, he's always offering, and he's come short. he's pulled short for the cutback and then dragged Dyer back in, and Dyer's not even once looked over his shoulder. He just ran to the near post again, and Bamford just pulled and offered, and Alioski slots it into him, and he's got a tap in. Like there was 4 defenders in the Tottenham box at the time, and only Bamford, and not one of them picked him up. It's just too easy. Like it was so fucking easy. Again, Alioski was phenomenal all game. Like he's got his doubters, and he's not a left back, but him and Harrison just destroyed them the weekend. And if, for example, if that was the first game of next season, and it was a new left back that we've signed, and that was his first game, I'd be going, we've got a fucking serious left back here. He looked that good, Alioski. So I've got to take me out off to him. He was fucking immense. And then, yeah, we just kept knocking on the door to get the third, and eventually, was it 84th minute, 85th minute, we got the third. Rodrigo come on. It's not bad to have the likes of Phillips, Rafinha, and Rodrigo on the bench to bring on as well. Do you know what I mean? So bringing Rafinha and Rodrigo on, and that third goal. I don't know if you boys have seen the full
For the goal, I didn't see the
build up for it.
Yeah.
It was beautiful football, mate. We've picked the ball up in our box, and it was all pretty much 1 and 2 touch football. I think Rafinha was the only one who had more touches when he ran down the wing. But Alioski's played it in with Click and Cork, and it's back out to Rafinha, and then we've just roasted them with such simple triangular football. It's basic stuff, and we've just torn them apart. And the energy that we possess, even late in the game, is frightening. Like these teams just can't live with it.
Your fitness is ridiculous.
It is unbelievable, mate. It really is. And I must admit, I was a little bit worried in the build up with Rafinha and Phillips not starting. But Robin Koch slotted into Phillips's role. Phenomenal. He was immense. I can see how he's played in that position for Germany. He was so fucking good. And Kyle, we've mentioned him a few times in the last few months, and I was getting a little bit despondent with him. Mateusz Klich. The guy was very close to being man of the match for me. He looked back to his best. He was the best I've seen him in a long while, probably over a year. He ran the show, just couldn't live with it, and he was back to his old self, shithousing as well, which I love to see because that's a big part of his game. He's a complete wind-up merchant, and he was at it early on. Even when there was a moment, Leeds put a fucking brilliant thing on their TikTok, ripping the piss out of him as well, but where Aurier went sort of shoulder to shoulder with Klich about 5 minutes in. And his hand sort of just touches him here, and Aurier stops, stares at him for a good couple of seconds, and then just screams and throws himself on the floor holding his face. And Klich just looked at him and pissed himself laughing. And I love it when he does shit like that. It's just fucking class.
As long as you don't score, I don't give a fuck. I don't mind him playing well, because obviously the more he scores, the bet's done on it. The bet's
gone, brother. The bet's gone. Yeah, fuck off, mate. For anyone who don't know, me and Kyle have got a bet. It involved Klich and Hernandez scoring more goals than Bruno Fernandes this season, and the loser has to dress up as Sacha Baron Cohen's Bruno. So yeah, that's
what size are you anyway? I'll get on order for you.
that's coming at some point. Yeah, I might have to do it on the podcast as well, really. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's what brings that one to a close, boys. Quite a comfortable win, really. Tottenham were lucky to get away with only conceding the 3. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it.
Mason's at the wheel.
What's that?
Mason's at the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shit and all. And then so it takes us on to the next game, guys. So we've got Greg's boys, Liverpool, back to winning ways again. Liverpool 2, Southampton 0. What was your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I think it's ended up a good result for us, to be honest. I mean, we rode our luck at times. Alisson made some top saves. I mean, he probably hasn't played so well for so long, to be honest. Still shaky, still nearly fucked up and gave away a goal, but a lot better than what he has been. And yeah, I think we pretty much controlled it. Possession wise, just controlling the ball. You know, Salah had a chance, 2 1-footed. If he had a right foot, we might have got more goals. But again, you know, 2-0. He's good assist for Mane's header. It's hard to, you know, he gets on the score sheet, but again, it's something not there. He's not had his best season, which is frustrating really, because he's been like our main performer, I'd say, for 2-3 years, literally, like,
Yeah, agreed.
just game after game. As it, you know, Salah's obviously been instrumental in a lot of what we've done, but Mane's game to game performances have just been unreal. And then obviously this year it's just something not there, and you know, it's been very frustrating. But you know, he got on the score sheet against his old team.
I don't know if you've seen as well. You boys are showing interest in Bamford.
Who, us?
Yeah, so you can jog right the fuck on. By the way,
I think he can jog on anyway. Fucking, I like him, but he ain't good enough for us.
more goals and assists than Mane and Firmino put together. So,
well, listen, Benteke's got more goals than Firmino. I think we'll have Benteke back, bro.
Oh, is that a true stat? Is it?
Yeah, he's just scored again tonight. So
I know he scored again tonight.
He's on 8. He's on 8, and Firmino's on 6.
So Bamford's got 15 goals, 7 assists this season.
No. Listen, I'm not saying nothing about Bamford. I think he's
too worried about the dentist, did he? Fucking hell.
He is quality, Bamford. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
apparently you boys are like you want to replace Firmino by all accounts with like
have
a centre forward.
They have to, for me.
I think.
Yeah.
I think we need to go the other way now. Like, I think I don't know who I said this to, but we've had Firmino for a long time that drops off. I think now we need a number 9 that stays up.
Yeah,
and let the other two work off him rather than they work off of Firmino, who's dropping deep.
Bring back Andy Carroll.
Yeah, well, nah.
Ricky Lambert.
But yeah, I mean, we've had some big men up there, but Eric Meyer, he was bad. But yeah, no, like getting back to the game, I think obviously he finally got a goal. Kyle,
did he do it? He probably did. I didn't even watch
it. He didn't. No, I think.
Thiago with his thumbs up.
To be honest, mate, I think, as I said, we did ride. We rode our luck once we got 1-0 and everything in the first half, and that we rode our luck, and then second half, it was a bit like the Newcastle game. Really, they come back into it, and I thought, oh, here we go. But yeah, we held out, and Alisson made some good saves and that, and then suckered them late on really, and just got that late goal from the thumbs up, Gero. Do you know what I mean?
Mr. Thumbs up.
But yeah, solid 2-0 win, take us into the scum on Thursday.
I must admit, like I thought you boys were going to be making a bit of a late run and going to pinch 4th, but Leicester have killed you tonight by beating the scummy boys, I think.
But they have, but they've still got a hard run in, Leicester. But
it's more than in their hands now. You're going to have to pretty much win every game and hope that
they'll beat Spurs. They'll beat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. For us, we got to hope not. But obviously, we still then have to inflict the second loss of the week to them pricks. But
please do.
We're top 4. I don't give a fuck.
Did you see the goals in that game? The game.
What game?
Leicester Man United.
Yeah.
How good was that young kid's goal? That Thomas.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
He's
goal, wasn't it?
He's done well. Yeah, he's done well.
You didn't want to say that, did you? He's done well.
But yeah, no, it was a decent win, Greg. Like,
yeah.
One of them, I don't think you boys have done enough of that this year. Just like a solid sort of comfortable win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we are.
You know what though? Going back to like, obviously talking about defenders and that, it's actually. Do you know what? I had my reservations about him, but he has just got better and better every time he plays. And And he is an old school defender. He's a head on a stick, and he knows it, and he knows that he ain't trying to be a ball player. He's just an old school defender.
He's the oldest looking 23 or 24-year-old I've
Oh.
ever seen, by the way.
What, Rob Holding?
Isn't he?
Come on.
No.
Mate, Nat Phillips looks like he had a tough paper round, mate.
So did Rob
Fucking
Holding.
hell. Right.
And he
I've
did
said to
Bad
Greg,
times.
I've said to Greg before that Phillips to me ain't that. I don't think he's put a foot wrong. All right, maybe one or two
All
little
right.
mistakes, but ever since he's come in, he's looked all right.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Another
mate.
thing funny, they went out and bought this Ben Davies, and he hadn't even played a minute.
Cheers.
And you're talking about our reserve centre back, which is like Nat Phillips, are one of our academy products in Williams. They're playing ahead of a championship defender like that we bought in. It's mental.
Yeah. Begs the question, why the fuck did you bring him in, really, doesn't it?
He's
But
never going to play for Liverpool, is he? Never.
Nah.
It's
It's a
just
weird
gonna
one.
Yeah, the fact I think we just took him off Celtic's hands.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you
Yeah.
did. He was about to go there, and you went, "Nah, we'll have him." And then he went, "Oh, I only have to move down the road." So
Gerard's gone. Do us a favour, lads.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that brings us on to the next one anyway. So Aston Villa 1, Man United 3. KJ, what's your thoughts on it, mate?
Shit first half, much better second half. Yeah, big win really for I think. And obviously winning that game. It sounds quite silly to say, but out this week, like I said before, off air, for me it's the biggest game. Just because just getting 3 points out the way that secures top 4. That's the big thing. And yeah, if I say second half for me, I thought we was really well. I thought again a bit similar to the Liverpool game. It was just easy. We was just dominant. We just took it to them. Yeah, more than in control of the game. And obviously, yeah, scored. Got the 3 goals, got back in it, and fucking yeah, I was over the moon. To be fair, over the Alfie.
Jock, you
Yeah,
scored
just
a pen.
You are.
Jock, you scored a pen.
I know. Yeah, right. It was a pen. It was a pen.
Actually, I'm not going to be an arsehole about this one. It was just dumb. Why do it?
Silly.
Yeah, he didn't even need, the guy's going away from the goal.
I know.
Why?
It kills me how these professionals make them mistakes. I know everyone makes it. I get it. But it's schoolboy stuff. You're taught that as a thing. Just stand behind him.
Where's he going? Like,
nowhere. All he's got to do is lay the ball back, really.
Exactly.
The first, a few of them this weekend as well. Like you see the Zuma one against Sterling that he's.
Oh, it's a pen.
That's a pen. That's a pen.
Is that not a penalty?
He fouled him 4 times, 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that Douglas Luiz one, the first nibble, he would have got away with that. But then he went in. He went in again on the second nibble. What was the point? Like
you could sort of see. You could sort of see Pogba was sort of even looking for it. He sort of knew what was. He wasn't releasing the ball.
He got up once from the first one.
He wasn't releasing the ball. He was sort of just waiting for that little bit. He thought he's going to keep nibbling. He's going to keep nibbling, and then he just sat. And I just thought, thank you very much, Doug.
It's just stupid, isn't it?
I know, and again that obviously that made it 2-1, and it just that was 1. Was that 1-1? I can't remember if that was the second goal now. Actually,
1-0 down at that time, I think.
Yeah, I think that made it 1-1. Yeah,
that made it 1-1 because Gunwood scored the second, didn't he? Yeah. So I mean, just get us back into the game through something steely like that. But yeah, cheers, Douglas. I mean,
well, there's
without
always
Grealish.
So
every week, mate. Yeah, didn't get one tonight. Fuck's sake.
Sorry, you didn't get one.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Bruno only come on late on, so I didn't want. We'd been no good having the early doors. But no, yeah, it's I thought it could have been a bit of banana skin, but obviously then without Grealish are a totally different Villa side, to be fair. And and when he weren't playing, I always fancied our chances. Great goal from Bertrand Traore, by the way. I mean, what a strike! Poor defending, but
good player. Actually.
He's all right. He's very come see, come sar, and I wouldn't say he's a Villa player. Basically, I don't think he can go much higher, really.
The thing with Villa, I think this year, pretty much all of them are overachieving personally as well as a team. And you can sort of see in recent weeks, they're sort of leveling out. They're sort of being what they are and sort of an up and down side. But I think it was the good thing for them is they had such a good start that they had money in the bank, basically. You know what I mean? It didn't
They
They
had
could-
so many games in hand, didn't they, as well? When
Exactly,
they had
yeah.
points on the board.
Well,
I think they're a good side. I think they had a good summer window this year, this season. I think they're a good side. I think if they can get a few extra players, they're easily capable of being a mid-table side. But obviously,
they are.
that is about it.
Yeah,
really, for me,
they
to be fair.
shouldn't struggle in relegation. Like they'd be your mid-table.
The thing with it though, boys, is if Grealish gets poached, which could easily happen, like, do you know what I mean? It's a different ball
Yeah,
game.
but then that what's he going to be?
It's gonna be
60
a lot
to
of
80?
money. It's gonna take him
60
away.
to 80?
It's gonna be a
Gotta
big-
be.
But the
big
thing is, Greg, that the likes of your Tottenhams and people like that would ideally be looking sort of above that for players like for caliber wise, and are going to have to go for players like Grealish because like Grealish isn't used to playing like European football, so that's not really the be all and end all for someone like him. So they're going to have to really go for someone like that. And to be honest, if I'm Tottenham, he'd be top of my list, Jack
Yeah.
Grealish.
In a team like Villa's, he is the star man. If he goes to a team that are like top six, is he just going to be another Joe, or is he going to shine in that team as well?
Yeah.
I would
I'd
say.
like him at United.
I think he's
Again, yeah, you boys, Arsenal. Like there's a few of them sides that
I'd have
they
him.
come in for him, it
I'd have
turns
him.
heads.
I'd have him because
I'd have him at Liverpool all day.
Another one,
Yeah.
Liverpool. Why not?
because
Like,
Odegaard's going back to Real Madrid. I don't think we're going to buy him, and that other muck Ceballos, he can't.
and Grealish is better than both of them
He's
anyway.
got
Even though
yeah.
Odegaard's all right.
I'm not having Odegaard. I don't think he's
I think-
Premier Ready, mate.
You know
Nah,
what?
he ain't.
Personally, I've seen him play on a lot of occasions now, and I think he's overrated. He doesn't set. He plays a bit like Ceballos. It's all that hurried touch. But hang on, mate. How many goals and assists have you had? Not that many.
Yeah.
Not for the amount of time he's been there. So yeah, I don't think the move's been a major success. To be honest, the loan move. He's okay, but he could have done a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, mate, you're right, mate. But yeah, well that brings that one to an end as well, boys. And we go over to, like you said, talking about Odegaard, we move on to the Gooners. So Arsenal 3, West Brom 1. Puts the final nail in the coffin for Big Sam getting his first relegation. Well done, son. Yeah, what was your thoughts? We'll start with you, Dave.
Strange one because the hangover from the disappointment of the Europa League was just massive.
Still,
It's like I didn't really give a shit about the game, if I'm being honest, because it felt like we got relegated on Thursday. Seriously, it felt like we actually got relegated. It just felt like the last few games are just pointless. But to spin it though, they're actually quite important in terms of Arteta because he's hanging on to his job by his fingernails. And if he'd have lost that game, I mean, I think you could imagine him being sacked by the end of the week or something. But so he needed that win. And it was quite interesting to see the side he picked. Like he dropped Lacazette and Aubameyang, stuck with his main men, Smith Rowe and Saka, who again come up with the goods for him. We played well. The goals were good. I mean, the goal from Pepe was ridiculous, and then just the first
Martial though, is he?
from Saka and Smith Rowe was well worked. Pepe's was unreal. And then, of course, Willian. I mean, what a time to get your first goal when it don't even fucking matter. Brilliant. Thanks for turning up this year.
By the
mate.
way, did you see Arteta's reaction to that?
No.
Yeah, he was literally like whispering to the guy next to him, about fucking time, you useless
Like, he
cunt."
looked fuming. It almost looked as if there's a clause there which says if he bags a free kick before the end of the season, he gets a pay rise or something. Like,
Yeah, you know it.
like it went in and he's sort of like, fucking.
The amount of times this year, though, when there's been a tight game and he's been stood over a free kick, and I'm thinking, come on, Willian, this is your time, mate. You know what I mean? You can sort of make it all good for the previous shit that you've had this year. And he skies it every time. And in that one of the best free kicks you've seen all year, when it don't even matter. And it's even in the game, it didn't matter. It was the third goal in the 90th minute. Like it was just annoying.
It sums him up, Dave. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. It was just kind of
Like The Rock.
annoying. Just
It doesn't
where was-
matter.
Where was this
That's what
quality
Arteta
and
was doing
finishing?
for the time.
Where was this quality and finishing when we needed it? When it was actually Like you get paid hundreds of grams a week, and you need that quality to be used at the right time. And typical Arsenal is used straight after it don't even matter anymore. Yes, it was a win we needed, but it was irritating. They need to really. I know there's nothing really to play for, but they need to win really every game left of this season just to stay in the top half of the table and just have some momentum going into the summer. Because I mean, it's still even what a shambles this year's been. It looks like Arteta's going to be. They're going to keep him. And then you look at the standards other clubs set, like Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea would have sacked him 3 months.
Got rid of one of their heroes. Yeah, Lampard got rid of one of their heroes, and now look at them. They're in the Champions League final and FA Cup final, and then we're going to stand by Arteta and just take a chance on him spending a shitload of money in the summer. I mean, all you can hope for is that having no Thursday football will benefit us, because it doesn't help playing on a Thursday before the weekend. It's just tough, to be honest. Tough times.
Fair play, mate. Matty, over to you, mate.
Yeah, I mean, what Dave said is kind of true. It did feel like I turned it on and I was like, can I really be arsed with this? If we beat 9-0, like, what? Who cares? Willian scores 5. Like Dave said, it's all a little too late, really, isn't it? But the positive points, and I can't believe that Arteta hasn't identified this. The amount of times that Tierney's been injured this season. Saka is just effective at left back as he is at the top end of the pitch for me.
Yeah.
He gets forward, he's constantly running up and down. And I just don't know why the genius hasn't hit him, that he should have done it ages ago. And no disrespect to Xhaka, he's not a left back. He's not quick enough.
The other thing as well, Matty, is what about Cedric? I don't think he's put a foot wrong when I've seen him play for you boys.
Yeah, you've obviously watched selected games then, because
I haven't watched them all. But
I thought he was all right, and then I saw a couple of things that he did where I'm just scratching my head. So no,
he's okay as a filler in at right back, isn't he? But at left back,
I think he's better than Bellerin at right back.
Yeah, well, he is,
well, Bellerin's been shit this year.
Yeah,
Bellerin, by all accounts, is on his way out of the club. Me and Dave had this conversation the other night by message, saying like, if we got 25 million for him, it'll just be thanks.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting anywhere near that.
That's what we're saying. We've been doing well. Yeah.
Dumb enough to pay that much money, I think.
I think you probably get 15 mil from like a mid-table Spanish team or something.
If we got 25 million for him, I would say that is a result, to be honest. But stranger things have happened in football in terms of transfer fee. But I'm just going back to the Saka thing. In important games, he's played Xhaka left back. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, he played left back.
Xhaka can't overlap like how you
No, exactly.
And Xhaka can get on to what Tierney's doing and get the overlap. Yeah. Xhaka just can't. He can't even run. So
Xhaka can't. That's the name of the episode. Sorted.
Xhaka
can't. He's writing it down.
I am writing it down.
That is a great shout, because he actually can't. So yeah, it's right. But like, am I sitting there thinking I'm not the only one that can be thinking this? It's not genius. How has it not happened on more occasions? But anyway, that's another story. Emma Smith Rowe took his goal really well, and he's one of them players. He just pops up at the right time. But he's all over the place. He's not stationary. He don't sort of float in the middle. He goes out to the wings. I think he's got a big future, that kid.
I like him. Leeds legend and all.
Like we said off air, it's important that we tie those two down to long-term contracts. I want to give another shout out to that absolute pile of shit, Ceballos, because if anyone saw Matthias Pereira's goal.
Oh, what a goal as well.
No.
Yeah, it's poor from your point of view, but it's a great goal.
Shearer said it looked like he was towing a truck.
Danny Ceballos was chasing him, and he just went, nah, don't fancy that. Even if you can't catch the geezer, you're fit enough to run back with him. All right, you might be 3 or 4 yards behind him. He just gave up.
Yeah,
but he doesn't play for you, mate.
Well, he's been there for 2 seasons on loan, Greg, so he does play for us, doesn't he?
No, but he doesn't. No, but he don't. He's a Real Madrid player. He don't give a fuck, mate.
He's true.
Real Madrid, do me a favour. He couldn't play for Real Don Donald, the geezer.
No.
Yeah, but at the end of the
I'm not saying he plays for Real Madrid, but what I'm saying is he's a Real Madrid player at heart.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
If he's a
yes,
Real Madrid player, why? And Arteta has to take the blame for this. Like Dave said, in a game like that, why are you playing him? Play a young kid who's going to be there next season and give him an opportunity. Why
To be honest, it baffles me that a team of your stature is like relying on players on loan.
Why is he playing him?
Like Odegaard and Ceballos as your sort of linchpins. It's like,
yeah, it's all
really?
wrong. It's absolutely all wrong. It's
like
all...
if they're the players that you want in them, go and fucking buy them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't disagree with what you're saying, Matty. I'm just putting that across to you. I'm just putting it across to you in the late minutes of the game, the dying embers of the game.
Yeah. Why is he
and someone's running in on your goal. He don't really give a fuck, mate. I
agree with you. But
you're languishing in mid-table. He's thinking, I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah. It don't really matter if I stop.
Why?
But Arteta has to take the blame for that because he's the one who fixed the team.
Yeah, of course. No,
I really wanted Arteta to succeed and do well, but the decision making is not good enough for me. Like you said, we can't really go up or down. Really, in the last few games, it wouldn't really make much difference where we finish. I don't think, but he just shouldn't be playing at all. He shouldn't be near it. I wouldn't even have had him in the squad. Reece Nelson's not even in the on the bench. Put him on the bench and give an opportunity. All right, maybe it's a bit of a different position.
Joe Willock.
Yeah. Joe Willock. But obviously,
you know what I mean? Like he's gone out. He's gone to Newcastle, bagging a goal every other game.
They signed that young Balogun player up.
He's not even getting
down to a long-term contract. Just play him. Give him some game time before the season ends. But it don't matter.
Where does he play though? That Balogun, is he up front?
Up front, and he looks good when he's coming in the Europa League. He's looked like naturally a good player.
Yeah, playing Martinelli there didn't work for me. It didn't work at all. Martinelli needs to play out wide, and that's him.
He'll play left back next week.
But anyway, we got a much needed win and I got a little bit of glimpse of happiness for Willem when he pinged that in the top corner because he's just been slaughtered every week and rightly so. But yeah, for West Brom, I mean, they had to turn up, they didn't, and we took the points and they went down. So it's pretty much it. Just glad we got the 3 points. That'll do me.
That Pereira would be a good signing for you, I reckon.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was just about to say that. I was about to open that to everyone and say, on this season's performance, wouldn't he get into a lot of our squads?
Look at his goals. Yeah.
I'd have had him from last season's performance. I said at the start of this season he got a book as well, Greg, about him.
He scored goals.
You'd seen him. You'd obviously seen him play a lot more than what we had. To be fair,
decent.
Like, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'd want him at United, but I do really, really rate him.
I think he's quality.
I really think.
To be totally honest with you, I think he gets in every team in the league, bar City.
He's quality. Where did they get him?
I don't think there's a team that wouldn't have him. Including
I think he come from Sporting, didn't he, Tell?
Yeah, from Sporting, yeah.
I just don't think he moves Bruno. I don't think he moves Bruno. I don't think he moves maybe a Mason Mount or something like that. I don't think he moves them.
I think he gets in their teams though. Like, don't have to
be
starting 11.
Does he play out wide?
He can play either. He can play left, right, or 10.
As a squad player, 100. He pisses all over Dan James. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He'd get into our first 11.
I think he would. I think he would. Yeah.
I'd say he's better than Martial.
Yeah, he's better than Martial.
Hard, is it?
He's better than Martial. Like he is. There's no doubt about it.
We know I speak English.
No
comment.
Yeah, no, he's an option, mate. To be honest, there's a few players from the clubs that have gone down. I like that Sander Berge as well at Sheffield United.
Yeah. 12 mil you can get him for now.
Exactly, and I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of clubs looking to bring him in.
He's been linked with Arsenal already today. I've seen in the media, whether it's true.
I think it's a good signing for anyone. He's a very good midfield player, mate. He's decent.
Who did he play for before them?
I don't know.
Oh, who is it?
Was it a Scandinavian club, was it?
Yeah.
Sander Berge? He come from...
Norwegian, but where did he play before?
In Belgium. In Belgium somewhere.
It might have been Belgium. That's going to
bug
me.
Someone
I think they play in blue, don't they?
Genk.
Yeah.
Was it? No, not Genk. It was Belgium somewhere.
Bruges or something.
Bruges might be.
Let's move on anyway, boys, to our donkey and baller nominations. We'll run through these quick because we've got quite a few predictions as well.
How did last week's predictions get on?
Well, we'll get onto that. We'll just do the baller and the donkey first, and then we'll.
Sorry about Leeds, by the way. I feel like I owe Leeds an apology this
Yeah,
week.
You all do. I
For
fucking told you.
massive backing of the Yids to beat you.
That's what you get.
I'm not backing against them again now. They're
too
gonna win
right.
all day. They win all day this week. All day long they're winning.
Let's start with baller of the week. So I'm going to throw my nomination in first, and I'm going to go with Callum Wilson. I think it's an amazing result for Newcastle, and yet again he's come back from injury, and it doesn't seem to affect him. He's just hit the ground running again.
Do you know he's injured again?
Yeah,
That's what I read today, that he's going to miss the last 3 or 4 games.
Unbelievable.
How's his injury record getting?
Yeah, it's a joke.
That's safe now. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I thought Callum Wilson's mine. I thought he was immense. Couple of good goals there. Boyle, who's yours?
Exactly the same. I don't really need to say any more than you said. Yeah,
Fair
same.
play. Gory?
I've gone with Mason Greenwood, mate, because I think the turn absolutely killed Mings, showed him to what he actually is, I think. And
Overrated.
yeah, just not a very good defender.
Overrated.
But I think he's do you know what? I think I've been waiting. Obviously, Phil Foden's been on form for quite a while, but been waiting for Greenwood for a little while now to actually hit a bit of form again after the first bit of form that he had like previously. And within the last couple of weeks, he's turned it on and he's looking like a good player, and he could sneak a Euro spot.
His goal tonight was good as well. He took his goal well tonight.
He's better than Rashford, mate.
I agree.
He's got more in the locker for me.
So I'm Mason.
Fair play. Jonesy.
Joel Willock.
Hey.
I'm going to give it to him. I just think even when the boys, when you had Maxim out or Mudgy, he might have probably just coming back, but when Wilson he sort of stepped up for them a little bit, and he scored some big goals for them. For a good month now, really. So yeah, I just think, and with another one against Leicester on top of a good result as well. So yeah, well done, Joe. Your parent club could do with you.
Yeah. Mad, isn't it? Dave.
It's going to be, I did think that about Willock as well, but as he got 2 goals, Callum Wilson, again, nothing more to add because we've covered it, but I want to give one little shout out. We've covered him so much, but Cavani, again, the movement for his header was ridiculous. He's the only player who can almost like showboat with a run. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's so good.
Signed his contract extension now.
Oh no, I'm buzzing with that.
Well happy with that.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. The problem for me with that is, are we still going to get a number 9, or is that your new number 9? Do you know what I mean?
He's your number 9. He's a stopgap, isn't it? They're basically getting a proper number 9 for the following year now.
He takes that pressure off you now for 12 months, so you can find who will be your future. But what a stopgap! The guy's brilliant.
Yeah, he is.
Haaland will be about 60 odd million the year after, isn't it? In summer 2022, he's got a minimum fee. It's got a minimum fee release clause.
Yeah, but Leeds have been in the Champions League then, so you'd have left it too late.
Thing is with that, who everyone's going to be able to afford 70 million in a year's time, and then it's just going to be about who can pay the biggest wages.
Man City.
Because Raiola.
Did you hear the talk about the sort of money that they're going to be trying to offer the bloke? $1 million a week.
Yeah, it's a joke.
$1 million.
It ain't worth that.
Wow.
But it's just worth whatever people are willing to pay, isn't it? You know what I mean?
The highest bidder, mate.
Yeah. Dave, we'll stick with you. So Callum Wilson's obviously got our baller of the week. I think he's won it a couple of times before even. But yeah, we stick with you, Dave, and we're going with Donkey of the Week. I've just had a look. Actually, he hasn't won it. He's been close a few times, but he's never actually won it. So
I think I voted for him once before.
yeah, he's just been pipped by 1 vote twice, but he's never won it. So yeah,
Get out his arse, Matty.
Who's your donkey, Dave?
Little bit of a tough one, but I mean, I'm probably going to go with got his name, the Villa defender, Douglas. Is it Douglas? The one who took down
Douglas
Pogba.
Luiz, yeah.
Douglas Luiz, yeah. Just useless defending. Needless.
Invisible defend.
Jonesy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I mean, they've won the league, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going Aguero, you fucking silly prick.
Oh,
But not that it matters, because and you know what? It's like nothing away from him. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's probably the best striker
That
I've seen in the
was
Prem
terrible,
for
though.
me. But yeah, just
That's a
you know what I
shocker.
mean. Yeah. Easy
fair
for
play
me.
to Mendy as well. Just studied his ground. I was like, oh,
That was great. He just went, yeah, cheers.
love that. Yeah, it's class. Greg, who's yours, mate?
Aguero was close, but we've already picked up on this at the start of the fucking episode, mate. Eric Dyer says it all. His second name just says it all.
Dyer by name, Dyer by nature.
Shocker.
Piss poor, mate. Matty.
Well, I was going to go with Eric Dyer, but I've decided to go for someone different because I didn't notice it at the time in the game, but I read some comments on social media after, and I thought, for your comment, pal, you're definitely getting Donkey of the Week. Kyle Bartley.
Not seen his comment.
When they were like, when the game was close, apparently he shouted out, and you could hear it on the camera, "Come on, lads, we'll score one goal and they'll shit themselves." So Kyle Bartley, A, you just got relegated, and B, you used to play for Rangers. So, I mean, life can't really get much better for you, to be honest. So tell our mate, enjoy the championship, and you're never coming back to the Prem. So adios, son. All the best.
Yeah.
Tell up.
You leave him alone. He's played for Leeds. I like Kyle.
No.
So I've got a deciding vote here, boys, and mine was sort of a toss-up. One for someone on the field and one for someone off the field. Me off the field one was Ollie McBurney.
Oh, when he tried to beat up the geezer or something. I see
Yeah,
this.
like I know a second angle's come out of the video today where he's obviously getting a bit of jip from the fella. He's getting it in the ear roll, but just why is that bothering you? Some fucking mess of a geezer who's pissed up, just going, "Oh, Ollie McBurney, you're shit, mate. How's the championship?" That was it. And then you're taking it upon yourself to charge him down, take his phone out of his hand, just throw it on the floor and stamp on it. Like, it's just like, mate, just really? Just go, yeah, how's my 50 grand a week? Like, do you know what I mean? That just kills him immediately. But I don't know. It's just,
Poor behaviour.
yeah, it's a bit of it says it all when the only person I've seen come out in support of him is Ravel Morrison on Twitter today. So that says it all, really. But, yeah, but I've had to go with Dyer, Eric Dyer. Just horrendous. Just Dyer, you are our donkey of the week, sunshine. And if you are anywhere near that fucking Euro squad, I'm going to track Gareth Southgate down myself and fucking punch him straight in the nose. You're horrendous. Just 45 caps should be cut off there immediately. Just give them all back. You're pony. So yeah, he's my one.
I'd love to see the list of players that he's actually above
Oh,
with
Mate,
caps that he just shouldn't.
There's some very good players in that list. Like we're going to do an episode before the Euros, boys, where we'll all pick our squads. And
Minus Maguire now, or
oh yeah,
He'll
he's
be
out
all right.
apparently, isn't he?
is he really?
Apparently he's got ankle ligament damage and he's
Oh,
attached to the
dear.
Europa League final. So
Yeah.
I can't see how he's going to be fit for that in a week and a half if he's got ligament damage.
yeah,
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
To be honest, if it is ligament damage, like
Yeah,
that's
he's got to be out, surely.
you can't take him. That's 6 weeks minimum, and that's before he's even training properly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I don't see it happening, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
but like I said, we'll do an episode before the Euros where we all pick our squads. So we'll probably touch on that then, Greg. We'll come up with a little list of players that he's got more caps than, because that could be quite interesting reading that.
I'm putting Dyer in mine just to piss you two off.
I'm putting Kieran Dyer in ahead of Eric. Fucking hell.
yeah, I'd love him back.
Bruce
Eric
Dyer,
Dyer's
throw him at
brother.
centre half.
Eric Dyer's brother in there.
It's mental, mate. But yeah. So now we'll move on to our predictions, boys. So the weekend games that just went by, two of you boys done very well, getting 9 points. So you got one exact score and two correct results, which was Kyle and Matty.
I got a correct score. That can't be right.
You got an exact score. You got Arsenal, West Brom on the nose, and so did Kyle.
I didn't even remember that. Fucking
Did
hell.
I not get United 3-1?
Yeah,
Well,
he did.
Leeds United.
No, did I not go Man United 3-1? Or what did I say for
No,
that?
you had 2-1.
What did I have for Man United?
You had 2-1 and all.
I swear.
I thought I went 3. I'm going to listen to that back.
Listen to it back. You went 3 on the Arsenal game. So
I thought you had that, Kyle. In fairness,
I thought I had
and
3-1.
Kyle was claiming he had 3-1 in the Leeds Tottenham game just because he had it the other way round. He wanted the 5 points, the silly cunt. So no chance. But yeah, as it stands anyway, boys, the table bottom is me.
What fantasy football? What this as well?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
With 40 points. I'm too preoccupied getting everything sorted for the podcast, boys. That's all it is. Heart rules head all the time. I just can't go against it. So yeah, I'm bottom with 40 points. Dave is fourth with 46. Then comes Kyle in third with 48 points. Then there's a big jump to second place. Matty, you've closed the gap, mate. You're on 54 points now. And Greg is first with 60 points. So there's only 6 points between you boys now. Easily recoverable in 1 week, especially going into this week with us having 6 games to pick from as opposed to our usual 3 or 4 due to like the double games.
I'm coming
up. So we'll fly through these quickly, lads, and get our predictions on them. So I'll run through like in the order that they're happening. So the first game in is Chelsea Arsenal. We'll start with you, Dave.
2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll win because it don't matter anymore.
Kyle.
3-1 Chelsea.
Gory.
3-0 Chelsea.
Good shout. They don't concede.
Matty.
This is tough, man. This is a tough one because I know Chelsea will be preoccupied with the Champions League, but even if they put out players that are not going to start, they've still got a good enough team to turn us over. I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
Shout.
Man United Liverpool. Will it happen? First things first. Will it happen? Will the security have another day off, or will they actually do their job this week? I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
Is it old? So it's at Old Trafford, right?
Old Trafford, yeah. Boyle.
2-1 Manchester United.
Gory.
1-0.
Fence sitter.
Splinters. Kyle.
Points.
It's 0-0 every year, isn't it? But I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
That's
Be a
Manchester
tight
United.
game.
That's
Well, obviously, there's no United after Liverpool, is there?
Dave.
I think it's going to be another boring Liverpool United game, 1-1.
1-1.
There was no enthusiasm in his voice there. None whatsoever.
It gets built up every time, and every time it's dog shit.
It's true, really.
Yeah, but we're tired this time.
Burnley Leeds is the next one. Dave, we'll start with you.
Burnley Leeds. Who's home?
Burnley.
Badly.
Happy place, happy place.
2-1 Leeds.
North.
Kyle Jones.
You're the worst team to pick, honestly. You fuck up all my hackers and everything. I'm gonna have to fancy you again. I'm gonna have to. I reckon 3-1 Leeds, which means it's gonna be 3-1 Burnley. Facts.
Greg.
Just gone with a draw. I can't go with another draw. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Leeds.
All changing your tune this week, lads. aren't you?
Reverse psychology. We want you to lose.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Burnley now. Boyle.
I really want to just back Burnley to piss me off. I can't. I really want to say Burnley are going to win, but
They're on a good bit of form.
I think Leeds are the team that I've doubted the most this season in terms of results. And I can't go against them again because I either go against them for normally a draw or the other team to win. So 2-1 Leeds for me. I have to go with Leeds this time. I have to.
See, this is a strange one because the two teams that we pretty much struggle against the most are Burnley and Brighton because of the way they set up.
I think you'll be on a high from beating Tottenham like that, though.
Yeah, and the thing is, with our remaining fixtures, I've got it in my head that we win all three of them. We got Burnley, Southampton, West Brom, and I think we win all three.
I think you're more than capable of winning.
And they're safe now, aren't they? Burnley are
They're
safe.
safe,
They're
yeah.
going to think there's nothing to play for. Where you're going to have that thing. We want to try and push up this league as high as we can. They don't care.
And yeah, I just think
more money for finishing in a different league position. Is it?
yeah, you do. Yeah, it's
You do
about
get more.
3.5 million per position, but that's actually going to be more money because the parachute payments in the Championship
Big money.
coming back. So
Think
yeah,
about it.
it could be worth sort of upwards of 4 to 5 mil really each position. And I'm going to go big. I'm going to go 4-1 to Leeds. Next game, West Brom, Liverpool. And I will start us off. And I'm going to go 5-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite heavy. This.
Go on, Matty, over to you then.
I'll go 4-0 Liverpool. They've got nothing to play for whatsoever. Go on.
Greg.
3-0.
West Brom.
5-4-3.
Bromwich.
Kyle.
2-2.
Desmond. Fucking hell.
I'll tell you what, he just can't do it, can he? He just cannot.
I like to live life dangerously.
You just cannot put a Liverpool win out of your lips, can you?
Oh, good, Greg. I need points. I need to go for something different.
Greg, can you imagine if that is the scoreline, how much he's going to rant on this podcast?
Oh.
Wow. I can't
If that
wait.
is the scoreline, Kyle, you should have to get a portrait of Desmond Tutu on your arm.
Hasn't Desmond even come in? Has it even come in this year?
I don't think anyone's called Desmond on the nose yet. No.
Here we go. I
Um,
just think the pressure's off. They've got nothing to play for. They're just at home. They go and play, and you boys don't look great. So I just don't know.
that could so come and bite you in the arse. You boys don't look great. I'm going to clip that if they smash your arse here in a couple of days' time. Dave, over to you, mate. West Brom, Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool. Next one in. Man United, Fulham. Dave, straight back at you.
This could be a cricket score.
Yeah, I think it could be, but then I'm going to go 1-0 Man United.
I think it could be 1-0 Man United. Explain.
Because every time I think someone's going to get smashed, it's a tight game. So I'm going against what I think it will be.
Worst cricket match I've ever seen.
One out, finished.
Single and then walk off.
Big single, declare. Here you come, lads.
Straight back in for a ham sandwich
Oh God.
at the Stretford end.
Kyle, over to you, mate.
4-1 United. Cavani hat trick.
Gory.
Don't know. Is that Fulham?
No,
That's
Old
at
Trafford.
Trafford.
Oh, is that Old Trafford? Oh God.
Theatre of shit.
Fucking hell.
With fans as well, by the way. Can I just clarify with
hello.
fans?
So then you're buckled then.
To be fair, you let fans in anyway, so
All you got to do is spot the security guard and you're in. You're in.
You're in.
You're in. Like Kyle, Ian Buckles.
3-0 United.
Call them that. Oil.
Yeah, Greg's going to say I'm copying him, but I had 3-0 anyway. So yeah.
Oh, mate.
Here we go.
I hate doing this. I hate picking these fucks to win. Well, we've had all 1-0, we've had a 3. I'll go 2-0 because no one else has had it, and it's an option to get 5 points if that happens. So 2-0 to the Scum. Next one in, Southampton versus Leeds. I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds. Boyle,
2-1 Leeds.
Greg,
I'm going to go 1-1.
Just copy Boyle. You can't lose then, Greg.
it's true, isn't it? He should really tactical.
Yeah, just.
He won't because he goes, oh, I'll do put my own prediction, won't I?
He's done 2. He's copied me on 2 tonight.
Oh, yeah, because I copied you, didn't I? Yeah.
Jamie,
Copy friend.
Yeah, 2-1 Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
and Dave, last one, mate.
Going Desmond on this one.
Go on, Dave. Desmond it up.
There we go. Our predictions are locked in, lads.
This is war.
It's
Want that title.
quite a lively week of football, isn't it, boys?
Mm. Oh, indeed. Oh, Wilfred.
Like
Double prediction.
before we sort of bring the episode to a close, then, lads. Obviously, now the teams are sort of set that are going down. West Brom, Sheffield United, and Fulham all gone. Out of them teams, like we already sort of touched on it. Which players would you have from any of them clubs, if at all, at your club? We'll start with you, Kyle. So, is there any from, like, you can name 3 players from one team and none from it, like however many of each of the teams you would have any of their players? Who would
Right,
you
ones who I like. I actually quite like Anguissa from Fulham. I don't know if he's good enough, but I do like him. Pereira, we touched on it. Pereira, and there's Fulham centre half Anderson.
Oh yeah, he's good actually.
Yes.
Who was the other team that's gone down? Who? Fulham. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not
United.
taking no one. No, Ollie McBurney. There we go. No. Yeah, no, probably them 3. I reckon. If I was to pick 3 from that bunch, yeah. Not to say I want them, I'm just saying they're probably the best of a bad bunch.
Fair play. Gory, what about you? Obviously, you'd have Brewster back. He's top of the list.
Definitely right, isn't he?
You've got an option on him, so
I'll tell you what, we made a good profit on him, mate.
God, just
Wow.
deal of the century, mate.
Scandalous.
Um,
Scandalous.
Sheffield United. No.
Yeah, it's a no. Is he?
Fulham. No. No. Pereira. Pereira, maybe.
Pereira. Dave.
I would have same sort of thing. I like Anguissa. I'd have that Anderson, to be honest, in our defence. I think he's better than a lot of our centre backs.
He would suit you boys, actually. I think that'd be.
Yeah,
him.
Again, he puts a tackle in as well.
Arsenal's have already been linked with him already.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think that's what we're looking at. That's who we need to be looking at.
I think he's only on loan at Fulham, isn't he?
Yeah, from
To the
Leon,
Leon,
innit?
yeah.
They haven't got to buy him now either. I think they had to buy him if they stayed up.
It
I would
might
have-
be an option for clubs to come in and nick him. Then he's shown he's up to it, isn't he?
Yeah. The other one I'd have would be Areola, the keeper,
Grande.
quality.
as a at least as a second keeper.
You got Matt Ryan.
G'day, mate.
I
How many keepers do you
quite
want?
like Matt Ryan, to be fair. I think he's all right.
He's not been in goal long enough to make a mistake, really, is he?
Nah.
Who else was there? Pereira. That's pretty much it, to be honest.
Not Kyle Bartley. Matty, over to you, mate.
Right.
I would say, yeah, I don't disagree with what any of you lot have said. That Anguissa, I haven't seen him play enough to make a decision about whether he's good enough. It's just what I read about him. But yeah, the standouts would be Pereira and Anderson. And I think that Sam Johnson deserves a shout, the keeper, because I think he's half decent. Whether we would take him, I don't really think so, but I think he deserves a mention because I don't think he's a bad goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Them two are the
If the Howard goes, there's talk of him coming back to United for like 10
He's
mil.
from you boys originally, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from us. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be a bad sub goalkeeper to be fair, but no.
I'd argue he's better than Henderson, to be honest with you. I think he's decent, Johnston. I mean, he's a very good goalie, mate.
Thing is with goalies like that, is a bit like Henderson at Sheffield United. When they play for a lower division, like a lower team in the division, and they're busy, it's not good. But it's when they go to a top team and they're not so busy, and then that's the mark of a good keeper, in it, when they're not busy, and then all of a sudden they've got to make a save.
True.
Can he do it? Because that's what I think. The concentration levels that's what sets the goalkeepers apart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point actually.
One of them though. But yeah, he's a shot stopper and that. Like he's shown that this year.
Yeah, no, he is. From my point of view, again, I think they've all been mentioned here. Anguissa, I think, is a very good player. I think he's got a bit. He's a bit of a beast. It's a weird one with our team. Like, as much as these players I'm going to mention, I'd take. I don't know if they wouldn't be starters, but they'd be good sort of squad players to bring in. But yeah, Anguissa would be the one from Fulham I'd go with. 100% Pereira from West Brom. I think he's a very good player. And I think like if we got him in, I think once he learned the Bielsa system, he could be something else. I think he could be a real special talent. And like I said earlier on in the episode, Sander Berge from Sheffield United, I think the guy's quality. Obviously, he's been playing in a fucking piss poor team this year, but even in games that I've seen of them, he has actually stood out. He's got a bit of everything in the midfield, and I think like it's come about today that he's available for 12 million. I think that's a fucking steal. Again, even if he isn't a regular like starter, 12 million nowadays is not a lot of money. Like, and I think he's still relatively young. I think he's only 24, something like that, 24, 25.
Yeah,
so I think it'd be a good signing for quite a lot of clubs in the league. But
Ramsdale? Anyone want Ramsdale or no?
No, mate, not for me. It's an interesting as well. But again, before we go, I don't know if you boys have kept much of an eye on the Championship at all this season. Like Watford and Norwich are coming straight back up. I don't know if you boys
this week, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you boys have got any prediction for who you think is gonna come up through the playoffs.
I don't really know enough about that level because I don't watch it week in and week out. But if you're a Brentford fan, you've got to be screaming to come up, haven't you? Really?
Yeah. I want Brentford.
Yeah, but they always flop in the fucking playoffs.
They do, mate.
Bournemouth are obviously a big club in terms of the Championship.
And that's who Brentford have got in the.
Who's the other game? Swansea and who?
Swansea Barnsley.
Barnsley.
They've done, yeah, but I was just about to say that.
Barnsley have hit form, mate.
Last half of the season, they smashed it.
Yeah, they've hit form.
And they're an ex-Premier League club.
Yeah, they are.
But if they don't make it, they're fucked.
To be honest with you, they're my prediction.
Barnsley.
They're the only team going into the playoffs with no pressure on them at all. They weren't expected to get in there.
Do it.
So they're definitely not expected to win it. Bournemouth, they've just come out of the Premier League. They want to go back at the first chance. I think it's Swansea's last year of parachute payments. It might have been the year before, but even so, they're on that verge where it's sort of now or never type thing that they need to get up. Who was the other one? Brentford as well. Brentford, they get raided again, and there's like if they don't go up, and there's only so many times you can keep doing that and replacing these players like that. That will run out eventually. So there's big pressure on them, and I just think that Barnsley are going into it fearless. It's a free hit, really.
Yeah.
Anything they get out of it's a bonus, and that Daryl Dyke that they've got playing up front for them, the young American kid, has been a bit tasty. Like And yeah, I've got a feeling Barnsley might just upset the apple cart and do it. And I hope they do. I think it'd be fucking class if they got back. It's been a long time since they've been in the Prem, isn't it?
Neil Redfern,
Oh, yeah.
special free kicks, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Legend, old Redders. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But
Just a quick question while we're talking about that. If Brentford don't go up, where does Ivan Toney go? What club would you see him at? Because the game
West Ham.
yeah, it's a good shout.
before he went to Brentford,
They won't spend the money on him though.
before he
It'd
went
be cheaper than a Tammy. Sorry, mate. Go on.
before he went to Brentford, Celtic were massively linked with him, and they didn't want to pay the fucking 9 million quid or 10 million. And I was like, this is a mistake.
Yeah,
See how good he is. If you're going to lose Edward, surely he's worth a shout. But they didn't want to pay the money. He ended up going to Brentford. He scored 31 goals in the Championship.
Yeah, he ain't going to Scotland now though.
Well, no,
he's
obviously
going to get a
not now,
Prem move.
but he
Yeah.
apparently he was going to go there, and Celtic wouldn't front the dough, from what I'm led to believe. But I think that's a big miss on Celtic's part. But he's got to be looking to play for a top half Prem club.
I'm going to put a name out there who I reckon he'll go to.
Spurs, if Kane goes.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
You think?
I would.
I think Harry Kane's gone. I think he's gone.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt about that.
And who are they going to bring in?
But do you think Spurs are willing to sacrifice a bloke that's not played in the Prem? Even though I know he scored 31 goals in the Championship, but I just don't know if I see him at Tottenham. I don't know.
Mind you, they could get Ings and Tony for the price they're going to get Kane for, and that improves them massively for me.
Well, Ings is a quality player.
Yeah,
Improves it year after year. So
I think someone should nick St. Maximin.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's unreal. I've always rated him.
Yeah.
Good player, isn't he, Sam? The
He's a
thing
good
that
player.
worries
I'm
me
not
with his
Arsenal
injuries, though.
Yeah.
I still think he could do with polishing up his final third.
Yeah, he's a bit sloppy at times.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of attributes to him.
His pace over the first 5 yards is an absolute
Ridiculous.
joke. Like he leaves people for absolute dead, like finishing.
Yeah, it's a good
Again,
shout,
look,
St. Maximin.
if a club comes in for Sam Maximan and Wilson, which again could easily happen, Newcastle were fucked.
Yeah, it's hard to replace.
Fucked.
When he
Newcastle could get Tony.
when
Yeah.
when he went there, Callum Wilson, I was like, that's the difference between Newcastle getting relegated and Newcastle staying up if he's fit.
Yeah, and it has been.
Every time he comes into the team, he scores goals. It doesn't matter who it's against. He can score goals against anyone.
The other thing is, do a newly promoted side bring Tony in?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do
Personally-
Watford bring him in? Like,
Why don't Man United get him? He loves a penalty. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We've
not
got our penalty taker, thanks, mate.
He's not taking him off Den and Ange, is he? Fernandes. He's not taking him off them, is he?
Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that's
Fernandes.
Rat boy.
No, I think Ivan Toney can do better than the promoted clubs coming
Better
up.
than United, yeah. He can do better than United, yeah.
Well, you're looking for a number 9. Crack on, you fucking shit cunts fighting for fourth.
You know what? If I'm Liverpool, it ain't a bad move. It is not a bad move. The
Tell's
guy's
just trying to
he's
get.
gonna
Tell's
got
honestly-
chances playing for you.
I think that's probably one of the most fascinating things that could happen in the summer if Brentford, in terms of transfer activity outside of like the realms of Haaland's for the Prem, if he nicks a move, I think he'll be a success wherever he goes.
Isaac.
Yeah, very good.
You have him and we'll have Bamford.
Yeah,
You can fuck off. No
Tell's
way.
just trying to steer Liverpool. away from
Bamford's not going backwards, Greg. He's on the way up, mate. He's not
No.
going down.
You're having no chance, mate. No chance getting England's number 9, Patrick Bamford. Harry Kane will get injured before the end of the season, and Bamford leads the line in the Euros. You've heard it here first, ladies and gents.
Oh!
He can't even get ahead of it. Ollie Watkins. How's he going to fucking get in the England squad?
We'll see. Well, Ollie Watkins ain't getting in that squad, mate. I'm telling you.
He
No,
just
of
got
course
sent
he
off.
ain't.
Yeah, he got sent off.
Yeah,
It's-
He's a
no.
dirty, cheating, diving bastard.
He's
And he ain't fit to lace Paddy's boots, mate.
He's one of them typical Gareth Southgate nicey fellas, isn't he? He's in all day, mate. All day he's getting in that. All day.
Nah.
We'll see.
All day.
But, Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm looking forward to when we do our Euros squad prediction, boys, because obviously it's a 26-man squad as well. So there's a few that on the periphery that will get in that wouldn't usually, which is sort of leaves it as a bit of an open door for quite a lot of players in the Premier League that you'd sort of go, there's a chance they might, like these last 3 games, they put on a bit of form. They could get themselves a shot in the Euros. You know what I mean?
I think if Maguire don't go, I think Trent goes now again. He'll get that second right back spot, and then
Walker got it.
Walker
Bring
will push him.
Dyer.
Yeah,
It's such a mistake though. Why push Walker into centre? He's not a centre back. Bring Konsa. Do you know what I mean? Bring a centre back. If you want that, you know what I mean.
Nat Phillips, mate.
I'd rather that than Trent come in and Walker go to centre off. What's that mean?
I'll make sure I tune in and listen to your squad because I'm not on that podcast.
You won't be.
You can do your Scotland one while we do.
Kenny McLean, he's out, isn't he?
Mate, honestly, Greg, if we beat you in the Euros, I'm never going to let you ever forget it in your life. Like literally, I'm going to ring you every day. I'm going to text you every single day.
Listen, if you beat us.
Well, we nearly done it before.
Oh, come on, let's do a bet. Go on, Greg.
Nearly done it.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let's not be too hasty. Let's think about it. But bet pending. All right. You ain't beating us. Let's face it.
I think the bet should be something along the lines of if we beat them, Matty's got to do something Rangers related.
No. No. Okay, I will do a lot of things if I do bet, but that's one thing I could never ever do. I don't care whoever's listened to this who's a Rangers fan. I'm never doing something that's not going to happen. No.
Oh, God.
Let's cross the line.
Oh, I knew that'd get him. Love that.
I'll do most things, but not that. No.
We'll think the same anyway. We'll do a little Euro special and we'll
hang on. How have I been roped into a bet of a win, lose? I haven't said that we're going to win.
No, but we'll something friendly. We'll do.
All right. You just went all Kevin Keegan on us. I'd absolutely love it. I'd love it.
William Wallace on us.
I tell you, they've got to go to Middlesbrough, and I'll tell you, I love it if we beat them. Love it.
Oh, that is the greatest moment in football history there as well.
Definitely up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
Best thing ever.
But yeah, that brings the episode to a close anyway, lads. Enjoyed that. Another good one. Me and Greg interviewed ex-professional footballer Leon Constantine last week, and that will be released in 2 parts because Leon can chat. So
would have I if I wouldn't got the Billy Ray off King Kong over there. but Sneezy over there.
Hey, mate, if you was on, it would have been maybe 3.5 hours.
Oh, it would have. It was fucking blinding. I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, I really wanted to do that.
No, fuck off. Listen, I had a runny nose. You had the fucking Miley and Billy Ray. So that's nothing. That's not what I had. So
for everyone watching and listening, Kyle basically passed on the flu to Matty. So yeah, well done, Kyle.
Yeah, well done, mate.
But yeah, no, it was another really good interview. Enjoyed that one, Greg. Top man, wasn't he, Leon?
Yeah, mate, 100%.
Fucking some funny stuff he comes out with as well. It's a good one. But yeah, that's going to be released in 2 parts. So the first part will be coming out this Friday, and then part 2 will be the following Friday. They're both about 1:20 each part. So yeah, just condense them into 2 parts rather than one huge episode sort of thing. But
Daniel Podence.
What's that, mate?
Daniel Podensum.
So yeah, that'll be coming out this week, the first part. And yeah, for everyone watching on the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. We're not far off 100 subscribers now. We're into the early 90s. I think we're 92 or something like that. We're up to. So you're watching, slap the old subscribe on there. We've got some good stuff coming up.
Click the buttons, lads.
That's it.
We've got some good stuff in the archives as well, lads. Come on.
We have, yeah. There's some stuff coming out soon. So yeah, we've got some ideas with some new episodes coming up in the recent weeks and months. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. and rate and review on all the podcast platforms for all the audio listeners. And yeah, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Both handles are the same, so it's @only_footy_fans. And yeah, keep up to date on both of them on our socials with everything that we're doing. So yeah, till next time, guys. Thank you very much.